Oh, it ain't no jest, folks. June truly is Klei Fest time. We've got their sale on all their games, the Midsummer Carnival, of course, the announcement of 2 new published games coming soon, and oh yeah, did you notice that Klei has a brand spanking new game developed by them also on the horizon? Because they do. It's great stuff, and we'll probably be looking at all of it in the coming days. But for today, there's truly only been one image that I have not gotten out of my head. This guy right here, right at the end of the official post, everyone. Now I get it. Some of you might be thinking, hold up, Beard, this is not a lot to go off of. And you might be right. But here I'm sitting, simultaneously thinking that this image actually opens a whole mess of doors. But before we get to said doors, of which I have 6 to open, can we just get the logical conclusion out of the way so we're hopefully all on the same page here? These are clearly pirate monkeys, yes? So it looks to me that they're pulling more from Shipwrecked here for the prime apes, potentially, because the only time we have ever seen sploon monkeys outside of the caves and not actually be sploon monkeys are in Shipwrecked. Because the only other primates in any other dimension of the constant would actually be the great apes of Hamlet, and the only monkeys we've ever really seen outside of actual sploon monkeys has also been Wilbur, who's a playable character. So I think you see how the groundwork here is laying the foundations for a heck of a lot of potential. How far and where does this update go? And that is why we are here today, to speculate like crazy. And I'm ready to do just that, notes and all, everybody. As I said, I have 6 main topics with a whole mess of subtopics to go along with them. But I would like to go out of order a little bit, as I want to make something very clear, because I believe Klei made something very clear on purpose. This year, at least initially, their plan was to have 3 content updates, all of which they labeled specifically as setting the stage content updates. So with that immediately out of the way, I would like to get something immediately out of the way as well. Something that I have been thinking about and something that I have brought up in discussions within my Discord about this very image. It is very, very strange and oddly out of place to suddenly have pirate monkeys on the horizon. However, if we sprinkle in a little bit of context, yes, it's not official context from Klei, but it's speculative anyways, I think the framework gets a little more clear, setting the stage for what or who. There is very clearly a theme mismatch here. It doesn't really make any sense to suddenly have pirate monkeys on the ocean, maybe doing a raid, maybe being a wave themselves. We'll get to all that discussion, don't worry. But the point of this topic is, what if it's not a theme mismatch? What if we can take setting the stage literally and say that maybe the plans changed or we're different from what we've thought this whole time? AKA, what if one of these character refreshes isn't Wilson, because they're going to keep him as the starter character, and it is instead our monkey friend Wilbur. Just like they did with Warley, maybe they're going to pluck him from the seas of Shipwrecked and have him refreshed and Don't Starve Together to make it make sense that there are now sploon monkeys who are pirates on the water, on the surface. Now, before you give me any crap, that's just topic number 1, and trust me, I am also somewhat in the boat of not believing that. But again, I wanted to point out, setting the stage, these content updates very specifically labeled, this is out of place, but if you kind of do 2 + 2 = 4 there, starts to make sense. But what if it doesn't? right? What if it is indeed exactly what people are saying it's probably going to be? And that's on the water threats. This is a simple one, folks, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it because it all makes sense. People have been crying for a threat on the ocean, like a legitimate threat on the ocean, since the ocean has been introduced almost 3 years ago, if not 3 years ago at this point, because time doesn't exist anymore. So are they going to be a hound wave type of thing on the water? Will they steal loot, and when and how are they going to go about doing any of that, of course? Are we seriously going to have pirates, blue monkeys, sailing up to our boats on a boat themselves? Are they going to mess with the boat like Wavy Jones? Are they going to be worse than Wavy Jones? Because let's face it, honestly, the only threat on the water might actually be Wavy Jones, because rock jaws, narwhals, seaweeds, terror claws, I mean, no. A lot of those you hardly even encounter, and the other one is just a nightmare that only messes with you and not the boats. Is it possible that they're not even going to be hostile? Well, they have a recruitable Splue Monkey pirate crew of some sort, and if we do kill them, what kind of loot are they going to drop? Bananas? A new weapon? That skimmy thing that we saw earlier? Bandanas that we saw? I don't know. An on-the-water threat and or potentially friend makes the most sense, I suppose, or does it? Because let's call back to my number 3 topic that we started with here. I truly, personally believe that it is very, very weird to suddenly have pirates, blue monkeys just in the game. I don't think it fits. I think it's odd. That's just me personally. Is Klei probably going to do their best to absolutely make it work? Sure, I have my full trust in them. However, what if they go about making it work while not necessarily being on the water per se, but just having a new Monkey Island? With a brand new island out there, the waters would definitely start feeling a lot more full, with Pearl's Island, the Crab King, the seaweeds, the salt brines, the waterlogged biome, and now a new Monkey Island? I can see it. I can absolutely see it. Because if you have land, and it does look like those monkeys are running on land, mind you, that means NPC potential. That means they're not going to be hostile. Maybe there will be hostile factions, and you can make them hostile, but you know what I mean. That still means bananas on the surface. That still means whatever loot they're going to drop on the surface. I don't know why I keep doing this and not saying anything at the end of these segments, but I think you see where I'm getting at. And then you can even pull from maybe topic 1 with the recruitable crew and the loot and all that stuff. And you know, that would actually have a reason to return to an island. That works. That works better in my mind than a hound wave type threat on the water with pirate monkeys sailing their own ship. That doesn't make sense to me. But yes, of course, we have to address the potential of all of it. So, it's probably going to be a mixture of all of it, right? However, I have seen some people discuss the possibility of none of this being true. Because what if they are actually just going to add something to the caves? This one is another one that I am not convinced of in the slightest. However, it does have merit because, again, the only time we've seen Splue monkeys in Don't Starve together is in the caves. Shipwrecked is different. In fact, Shipwrecked wasn't even developed by Klei, so I'm not even sure if I should be pulling from Shipwrecked, but I'm going to because that makes sense. That is the only other time we've really seen monkeys that were not great apes of Hamlet, which are not actually Splue monkeys. So we either get threats on the water, we get a new Monkey Island, we get somehow, some way a setting of the stage for a Wilbur refresh, we get something of all of the above, which is probably going to be the case, or we get none of it and there's going to be a new cave biome, or we and I are just completely and utterly wrong, because let's face it, the most recent updates, we've kind of been in that category. All I know is that unless Klei throws a hard left ball at us, the logical conclusion is we are getting pirate monkeys. So as we started this, everyone, I'm gonna end it. How far and where does an update with the framework and foundation of pirate monkeys go? I listed all of what I think. Now I'm curious about what you think. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. I hope you guys are enjoying the new Midsummer Carnival games and all that. I hope you've enjoyed going over some of the new Klei games, be it their developed new game or the published ones that they kind of teased us with. I'm probably going to be taking a look at those trailers and reacting to them in the coming days, so be prepared for that. But yes, this is a speculation video, so speculate like crazy with even just one image. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.